250? Okay. My name is Elizabeth Wolf, and I work in Maquoketa Community Schools. My job this year is Talented and Gifted K through 8. So basically I am learning a lot of new things, especially about the younger kids. I did do 6, 7, and 8 Talented and Gifted before, and I'm originally a band director by trade. I'm from Shawano, Wisconsin, but I live in Maquoketa, Iowa, so I'm a Badger and a Cheddarhead. Please don't hold that against me.
I'm Jade Schmidt. I work at Maquoketa Community School District. I get to work with Beth and attend the TAG program. I'm Director of Professional Growth and Student Learning, which is Curriculum Director, and this is my first year full-time being Curriculum Director. We farm, my husband and I farm. We have 3 grown children, all who graduated from Iowa State, and just here, my daughter is also a featured speaker, Kate Engelkiss, and so it's just fun to be here. It's kind of a family thing. So.
Okay, so a little background about this. So in the summertime, Jane said, hey, I'm going to present at the iTech Fair. I'm going to do technology tidbits. Would you like to join me? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. What am I going to do? So she said, you'll just be my moral support. And she just presented, and that's exactly what I was. Just basically moral support. So about a couple of weeks later, she says, hey, guess what? If we present 3 times at the iTech Fair, or iTech conference, we get a free hotel room. She said, we're doing it. And I went, okay, what are the other ones we're doing? She said, I don't know. So a little background about this. I had just come off of annual training, and I was given a whole box of MREs and a whole box of heater meals. Well, are any of you in the military or no military? Yeah, we don't eat those. Long story short. So I'm like, what am I going to do with these 2 whole boxes? Well, at the time I'd gotten them anyway. I thought, you know what? I could use these, and it could be a health unit with PE teachers. And I thought 5th grade would love this. They could, try these meals and do a unit on health of all the calorie counts, the activity level, what's all in them, what do they think a soldier needs to eat to survive in the field, and so on and so forth. So that was kind of the brain behind it. I talked to Jane.
And then I had experience co-teaching with a science teacher, and we did consumer product testing, and then created product, magazines and displays similar to Consumer Report that you can get, where they rank different projects or different products. And so I said, let's talk about the technology that can be embedded if you do a project like that, which could be a combination, it can be a cross-curricular connection between language arts and science, and it also has math embedded into it, so it's kind of a blended opportunity for students to bring it all together.
So today is more or less a project, but then how can you integrate technology into that project to make it a little more challenging or interesting for some? I'm not really sure.
Also tell them about the thinking books, where that came from.
Okay, so what we gave you is a thinking book. I had seen on Facebook inquiry boards, and I was like, those are kind of interesting, so I read it, or I watched the video. And it was where the student guides the learning on what you're going to do. So you create the topic, you give some background information, and then you start asking questions. And the students then say, this is what I want to learn, or this is what we want to learn. So the thinking book concept came from not having a classroom per se. So how do I take that and make that mobile and a little more personalized for a student? So Jane and I came up with a thinking book. We let it be open. We just took sheets of paper, we staple them down the middle, and the students can use them any way they like. Create ideas, draw pictures, ask questions, put in answers. We don't have a cover on ours. The students even get to use covers as well on their own. I just thought I'd put that on there. So it's a really great idea. At first I didn't really know how well it would work, but now that we've used them in our district for about, 4 weeks now, at one point this was really cool. I am also doing Spheros at 3, 4, and 5 for like a STEM technology type thing with the classrooms. And I'm doing whole classrooms doing Spheros. So, you're leery about, are they going to be nice to these? But they are, because it's something new, something different, and they love them. They each have a thinking book. We had a student the other day who, what do you think that they would want to do with the Spheros? Write in the book or play with the Spheros?
Play.
They just want to play. 10 minutes into playing, the student stopped, walked right by me, And I'm like, where are you going? And he said, I've got to write in my book. And I'm like, really? He goes, I just have all these thoughts I've got to write in my book. And he wrote in his book the remainder of the period because he had all of these thoughts and all of these ideas and these questions. And it was so cool to see.
Meanwhile, the fourth grade teacher who has him said, I never would have predicted that. So it was really cool to leave it open. You know, I think as teachers we like to plan everything and have it all guided, but to leave it open and have some creativity that you allow them to express themselves with is important.
Right. Just like the keynote speaker said today. So, okay. Here we go.
So we're going to, what are heater meals and MREs? So you are going to record data in your thinking book that you were presented. And in partners, you're going to do a little research. So you need to partner up with somebody, and I want you to look up MREs and heater meals and find out some information, and you can jot some notes down about what they are.
Okay, go ahead. Or if you already know what they are. What are you kind of finding out? Someone want to share something? There's no right or wrong answers.
I just found a comparison chart between heater meals and MREs.
Is it this chart right there?
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
So, excellent. Okay. What are some things you found out about the meals itself?
MREs contain more than just food.
Okay.
It says they also have coffee and tea, matches, toilet paper, and a heater to heat the main dish. However, it can be eaten cold.
Yep. Anybody else? Something interesting?
MREs is a generic term for the most part,
Okay.
whereas heater meals are a particular brand.
Ah. Okay.
Anything else?
Shelf life of 5 years.
That's it.
So how long have these been around?
Probably 10.
You just said that.
I would expect it to be longer than 5.
Well, I would.
I know about Emory, the heater meals are for 5 years.
Okay.
Emory's maybe more.
Okay.
Okay. So our purpose for today is to understand product criteria and comparison to best meet your needs. So we are going to merely use heater meals and MREs, but kids would get all about comparing a product that's of interest to them, whether it's the Walmart Fun Fruits with the Sun-Kissed Fun Fruits with the packaged ones from your local grocery store. Picking a product that they would like to consumer test is critical for something that they have that buy-in, and it is how we do when we go out and purchase something. You know, we do it based on taste and how it looks and that sort of stuff. So we're going to have you experience it with these two things, but then gather ideas on how you could do it in your classroom. We're going to look at taste, convenience or purpose of the meal, nutrition, the cost, and then brainstorm other components that kids might be able to use when they're comparing products. And then also we're going to discover the best format to report those findings. Would it be best to use a compare-contrast chart like you found one? Graphs, surveys, taste tests. How can students make this information come alive for their friends and their peers?
So taking a look at consumer reporting, as you can tell, possible learning objectives. And this is what Mrs. Schmidt had come up with while they did it in the class. So you're developing strategies, you're discovering, you're exploring, you're understanding, you're using ratings, and so on and so forth. So,
and there are a bunch of links that are on, I think on the last page, that will take you to lesson plans that people have used across the nation in doing a consumer testing. So we're going to begin with the taste test.
Come on up, guys.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Bring your thinking books.
Or you can
Do you
what
actually think we have writing utensils with
No,
us?
you're fine.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, if you want to bring your thinking
I'm a
books,
tech
you can.
teacher. I have a writing utensil in this desk.
Excuse me, I'm trying to fit this
Okay,
big
so
truck.
as you can tell, we've got two set up here. We've got some heater meals over here and some MREs. So come on up, pick whatever size you want to be on. 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and kind of look at them and.
At least we know what they look like.
Yeah.
So where'd you buy these?
Oh, I literally was given them during annual training. So yeah, I actually did buy them. It came out of my pay and I didn't know about it. So, so after the fact, I'm like, seriously? I don't even eat these. Couldn't I have had an option? And they're like, no. Yeah, they're given to me.
So you guys will work on the heater meals.
And you guys
are gonna work.
I mean, the
MREs, and you're gonna work on the heater meals.
Okay, so open them up.
Go ahead. All right. We do have a knife if you need it.
Delicious. You're gonna compare the drinks, the fruit, the desserts, the snacks, and the meals. So if you guys wanna say, okay, hold up what drink you guys have. You guys can look at what drink they have.
You have lemon lime flavored, no fruit juice.
Yeah, and the drink that they get is,
full of sugar.
yeah, and you guys can come around this side of the table. Yeah,
We have 25 grams of sugar.
there you go.
Oh, and there's only
Heavy.
20 grams there.
Yeah.
So you might have somebody recording information as you look at
Of vitamin C.
the E's and what's in them.
What guys do you have for your main meal?
Oh,
Main
we'll
meal.
go with the picture. We're going with blueberry and cream
Marinara
steel
sauce and
cut
meatballs.
oatmeal.
Chicken.
I like
So oatmeal, and what's yours?
Marinara sauce and meatballs.
And they also have a vegetarian option as well. What do you guys have for snack?
M&M's.
Like we have three things.
Oh,
Raisins,
Applesauce, or
some
mango
type of
peach
granola
applesauce.
bar.
yeah. And what do you have for desserts?
I think this is a dessert.
Sugar cookies.
Yeah.
I don't
Applesauce.
think we get
Just
dessert.
loaded with sugar.
Why it's dessert.
could choose something from
This
that.
is desserts.
They could pretty much just throw this out and survive on that.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, to be truthful, I've seen many a heater meal with the M&Ms, the crackers, and that's about it. And everything else just gets kind of stuck back in. So if we go to our next slide, okay, now you're looking at preparing. So as you can tell, look at how you heat the meals, the difference there.
And we want you to heat them.
If you want to heat them, you can. It's totally up to you. I have a towel here so that you can go there, but yeah, looking at the instructions, reading the instructions, going through the science portion of it
Around this one.
would be a cool way to do it. So you notice yours doesn't have water included. Yeah, and you're also supposed to use
In other words,
this, so reading the instructions, so why don't you guys,
that's our water.
I'm reading it, I get
He's
it.
reading it. We're giving that.
and then you normally would also then even put it, most people even put
tear
it
here
inside
is
here
not-
as well. You need a
Tear
rock.
here is not very much a tear here, but military people would have.
So you would want
a
to
knife
have a
on
knife
that.
there.
Emery pouch
That's
and
water
paper
that
sleeve
goes
for
in, and yeah,
Emery.
there's a very sharp
Tear off
knife.
top of bag, which
Vaseline.
I've done. Place Emery pouch and bag with heater. So put this in here with the heater. The heater's this
Is
pack.
that weapon pre-approved?
Just the.
She said it goes
Is that what you?
It does, but not
Insert
yet.
unopened meal inside the food heater.
That looks like the most generic thing in the world.
Open the water
Yeah,
pouch.
pour the water
at
in there and then
near a
basically-
tear notch and pour into the bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fill lines. I think this is the fill line.
Water starts food heater within 20
Okay, that's
seconds.
easier to
Place
remove.
heater bag and meal
Tear to remove.
back in box.
Um,
Says nothing about flipping that up, but the mother and me will
Oh,
just flip that up
flip it.
so the water doesn't fall off.
Here's our water.
I just do it over this, so it's.
You can hear our steam. You see it steaming. You can see it steam.
Look at the steam.
Of course it stinks. Why would it smell good?
I want to smell it.
Are we all set?
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna get hot once all that wines.
It's hot already.
Yeah, careful.
Yeah, fold that in.
Maybe they need a box too.
Yeah, normally, yep, they put
See,
it
they
in
said-
there.
Wow.
And a lot of times that we do that.
Oh, that
also.
smells.
There's your.
I'm liking my fall allergies at the
How many of you
moment.
are like science teachers? Right here's a great chemistry,
also. That's
you know,
Make sure
chemistry
it's all right.
experiments.
So you just keep this going until...
Until it doesn't say when to stop.
Basically, yeah, a while.
In 10 to 12
Oh,
minutes,
look.
the meal is hot
Oh.
and ready to serve.
Close the box with tab and hold down the heat safe surface.
Well, this one's.
But
Oh,
minutes it
something.
says.
That is getting a
10 to
little,
12 minutes.
So we can continue with the other stuff if you want,
While that cooks.
While your main meal is cooking.
while your main meal is cooking.
Your main
right?
meal does not smell good.
Ours isn't gonna be doing much better because it's
Yeah,
the
it's
same
starting to
type
go.
of material.
Yeah, if you guys wanna, or they can go to the next, yeah.
okay,
Would
now I
you-
have to be super curious, which military branch? My principal is still active.
Oh, Army National Guard.
Okay.
So, normally we get, Air Force normally gets, stuff like that, but that's what
That's what he is,
we
okay.
normally get, yeah.
Because I was hoping to turn this into a consumer reports of cell phones.
Yes.
We'll start with this because all the kids love Mr. Sprout.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and he could get these.
Exactly.
Very easily. But now you can go on to, while this is cooking, you can start tasting some of the things if you'd like too. I mean, I think
And you might have one person record in your kitchen.
Yeah. You might
Maybe you want these last.
Maybe you should get some plate.
Yeah, there's plates, there's napkins.
right?
Yeah.
So just kind of enjoy,
actually
there's
works.
spoons.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it like some
Animal
pretzels?
cracker?
They're full of chocolate.
Yeah.
You've got your kashi, you can, if you need to open up more. Someone actually can have that one, you can, if you want your kashi, open up that, but.
Patriotic
sauce
sugar
isn't
cookies.
baked.
That is cool.
It's about as hot as
It tastes
this.
like the animal crackers.
This just
don't
has,
taste
we got our cardboard pouch on it.
Patriotic crackers.
They taste like animal crackers. Not bad.
Oh, hey,
Actually, I think.
I mean, that's like a box. This is like little packages you could separate.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just like pack.
so this container is an actual meal, and this one says it's, how many calories? 1,030.
Okay, so
Interesting.
these are the
Instead of a metal
meatballs.
pan, the food is
Smells
heated
okay.
in the spinach, heated and served.
Actually looks very nice.
There's spoons, you guys
What are
also
they?
have